c'est génial. C'est fantastique, j'ai mal écrit telltales game. Pas grave, ils reconnaîtront. J'ai essayé, j'ai du mal avec le truc. Oh là là, telltales. J'ai mal écrit. Bon, bonjour à tous, on se retrouve sur Game of Thrones de Telltales Games. Je ne connais pas Game of Thrones, on va commencer direct. Je ne connais rien de Game of Thrones, à part qu'il y a un nain et qu'un mec meurt à la fin. C'est tout, parce que c'est devenu un même internet. Donc, c'est tout. C'est tout ce que je connais. Donc, venez pas me dire oh mais non, et ça c'est ça, et ça c'est ça, et ça c'est ça. Oh, oh. Non, moi c'est un jeu Telltales, je vais essayer de comprendre. J'aime bien les jeux Telltales. Et je vais me faire mon avis. Certainement je vais dire ah mais c'est eux les méchants, et vous allez me faire non, c'est pas les méchants. Je dois vérifier aussi que je suis pas. Que j'ai mon micro activé. Ça serait con, hein. Bah oui. Ah ben non, j'ai mon micro activé, hein, dommage pour vous. C'est parti, c'est parti, c'est l'heure du jeu. Ok, une meuf, c'est la mère de dragon aussi, c'est tout. Mon jeu s'est rendu cul. C'est incroyable. Créez un compte Telltales ou connectez-vous dès maintenant. Non. Ah, je Telltales. Ah, et il est gratuit. Oh mon dieu. Oh, cette tête. Oh, j'étais pas prêt. Les jeux Telltales. Le jeu Telltales. Game of Thrones et Until Dawn sont gratuits pour le PSN+. Peut-être que je ferai Until Dawn, je ne sais pas, parce que Until Dawn je ne veux pas trop. Voilà le nain, je sais plus son nom. On n'oubliera jamais. Mais bon, comme j'aime bien les gens qui sont différents, je vais traquer le nain, voilà. Le mec il connaît même pas son avis. Oui, je le savais déjà, c'est votre marque de jeu, Telltales. Les forestiers ont été bannerés, ok, loyaux de la maison Stark pendant des milliers d'années. Ils abattent les rares ferrugiers des loups les plus reclés des loups. À présent, le nord est déchiré par la guerre et les maisons rivales cherchent à s'approprier les ferrugiers des forêts. L'avenir de la maison forestier est en jeu. J'ai rien compris. C'est que c'est une bande de bûcherons qui tue d'autres bûcherons. What? C'est le truc du logo de chargement.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
C'est bien dégueulasse.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
You don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too. Nor never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer?
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face!
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on. It's your job.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Non, lui il a l'air sympa. Je l'aime bien lui.
To Rob Stark, the king in the north!
The king
in the north! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Aye! Death to the Lannisters! Aye!
Winter is coming!
Aye!
Let's hope it waits till this bloody war's over.
Got it.
Voilà, t'as pu ton
Yes,
je
my
te l'avais cru.
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question, what's to be done with you? It's been on my mind for a while now.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester.
Oh putain.
It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Oh, il est sympa, papy.
Bloody hell.
Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Make it up to you.
Fine, but you owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank you.
Oh, attends demain matin, toi.
Fetch more wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick. You'd think he was a lord the way he hands out orders. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shoveling slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
Who doesn't love bacon?
Ah, pig farmers. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding.
Give it time. You'll get there.
More easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there. Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
Ils ont tous des épées.
Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
We have to warn the others.
Good luck.
Ah d'accord. Je vais recommencer. Je sens que... Du principal... Oui. Oui. J'ai dit oui. Parce que je sens qu'en fait Bowen va plus nous être utile que de prévenir le mec. Parce que... Comment est-ce que je vois, c'est pas très utile. J'aurais peut-être dû m'en douter en fait. Tu dis oui, jouer. Non. Sauvegarde 2. Non, supprimer. Oui. Désolé hein, mais bon. Désolé mais d'habitude c'est pas mon genre, mais j'étais en mode ah, faut le savoir, puis quand j'ai vu ça j'étais en mode ok c'est fini. Ça sert à rien, j'ai fait un show dans le vent. Je ne sais pas, j'ai envie d'être le bon, le gentil, le preux. Moi j'ai pas envie que mais je vais... Parce que je sens qu'en fait ça sert à rien d'aller le prévenir. Oui, on s'en bat les couilles. On l'a déjà vu. Désolé, hein, franchement. Mais non, je peux pas. J'y peux pas. Moi je pensais qu'on allait aller très rapide. Non, le mec il s'arrêtait en mode. Et non, tu devais courir ma gueule.
The great Jaime Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Des épées, vous savez que des épées aussi longues, c'était... Est-ce qu'elle pas... Ouais, non, elle est... Quoique...
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood.
TG, frère.
Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
Les grandes épées, comme dans Skyrim et tout ça, c'était même pas des épées de combat. Hein,
I
les
say
grandes
that as
épées.
a friend. And if we're being honest,
Why not?
they don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
Ça...
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next, they'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Bon, vu que c'est des choix qu'on a déjà fait et tout ça... non, ça sert... c'est les grandes épées très très longues. Avec deux manches, elle était juste pour les abattoirs et encore. Tu vois quoi, t'as un mec là, bah, tu as été exécuté. Nya. Et encore. Parce que ces épées étaient très chères à coûter et très peu aiguisées, très lourdes et normalement une épée ne pèse plus de 500 grammes. Parce que c'est un prolongement de ton bras.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Bowen s'en souviendra, mais bon, Bowen est mort.
Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate. To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
in the North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock.
Dommage qu'il
House
soit mourir,
Forrester
papy.
has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Aye! Death to the Lannisters! Aye!
Winter is coming!
Let's hope it waits till this bloody war's over.
Got it.
Le mec il a aucun respect. Oh, j'en ai rien les couilles des gobelets.
Yes, my lord.
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups.
Est-ce qu'il y a un codex? Ah oui, je n'avais pas remarqué. Je le dirai plus tard. Je crois que je le dirai à chaque fin de chapitre.
I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
With me, my lord.
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Celebrated.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell.
Empty. Squire, fetch us more wine.
Can you give me a hand?
Je me demande si on
Come
le...
on. Make it up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Mais pourquoi il dit ça? Ok, gros fils de pute. Mais j'ai pas envie de te sauver.
Wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shoveling slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming.
Don't get angry with me. We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding.
Give it time. You'll get there.
Or easy for you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there. Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing, Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
Fucking phrase.
Nice night for a wedding.
J'ai vu les épées, je savais que ça avait mal tourné, hein.
He finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Ça, c'est à mon avis le truc, t'es en mode. La
Don't
tête en mode.
expect me to carry it for you, Sir Gerard.
What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
Nothing. I'm fine.
I'm so glad to hear it. Now take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Très beau, ouais.
But what about... What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you?
Run!
C'est la dèche.
We need to get back to camp.
Ok, c'est joli. Non. J'avais pas mes mains sur la manette. C'est dégueulasse. C'est dégueulasse. Ah, c'est Rodrigue.
Garen, we have to get back.
Wow.
A gift from the king.
Ok, from the king. Mais ils sont morts, ils ont tous la même tête. Prends le bouclier. Prends le bouclier. R2. Hop. Savez-vous que la meilleure arme sur un champ de bataille, c'est le bouclier. Tu peux tuer, tu peux assommer, tu peux parer. Parfait. Ah, laisse-moi deviner.
Ready, boys. Whoa. Shoot that one.
Oh, Falcon Cake. Falcon Shoot. Falcon Sword.
Look out.
I'm Falcon. Falcon Cake. Ah. J'avais froid un petit peu. Ah, mais j'ai pas les mains sur les bonnes touches. Ah, hop là. J'ai plus de bouclier, je suis dans la merde. Voilà. Salut. Wow, c'était... Non, 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 non. Ah d'accord, c'est bon. Il va faire une roulade. 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 Et dégage. Et salut. Et salut. Mais quel gros con, faut jamais appeler quelqu'un quand il se bat.
Good fucking riddance.
Il est mort. Et merde. Regardez, c'est quoi cette épée? Oh. Ah, Bowen l'a peut-être sauvé la vie.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Speak up, Garrett.
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Ah, oui, le moment de bataille. Oula, qu'est-ce qu'il me veut lui? Non, non, non. C'est le mec qui est au bord de sa vie, quoi.
Walter Frey, you fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Mais non, il va mourir, hein. Il a une flèche dans l'épaule, il a...
Seven hells.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walter Frey says time's over.
D'accord.
about this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters!
On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters!
Ah, quelle horreur.
Whittle up from Walter Frey!
Ah non, ils sont tous morts. Peut-être que si j'étais arrivé plus tôt, j'aurais pu sauver Roderick. On s'en va les couilles. J'ai sauvé un pote, le pote qui a pu se battre, il est mort, tout le monde est mort. Voilà. Et moi je suis en vie et je pars comme une petite pucelle. Oh mon dieu. Cette musique je la connais. Oh là. What? Je le répète, hein, je connais rien du tout de ça. Le bosquet du Nord ne doit jamais être perdu et seulement. Ah, il l'a pas nettoyé le bâtard. Ah, le bâtard. Oh mon dieu, des cochons. Coucou Piggy. Ah, oula.
Lord.
Bravo Einstein.
Fresh.
Vite, cours. Un cauchemar. Non, Piggy. Non, tu étais mon favori. Ah. Run, my lord, run. Ah. Bon. C'est une charrette. Bravo. C'est un chariot plutôt. Mais cours. C'est sur du cul. Cours, bon sang. On va trancher des bites. Là, on va trancher des gueules. Un coup de grosse épée dans sa race. Si en 3, j'ai une grosse épée.
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
Oh, 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 oh oui, tu le rentres la gorge.
Aye. You'll have it.
Mec, si t'es pas assez fort pour manier une épée comme ça. Mais il est pas assez fort ce PD.
Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
Non, je dois pas perdre l'épée. Oh oui. Oh oui, oh ça va être trash. Oh mais non, mais la fourche. Oh mais direct. Oh, ça va être trash. Oh ça va être trash. Oh oui, oh oui, oh oui, oh oui, oh. Oh la fourche dans la gueule. Oh la fourche. Hop là. Papa lapin, papa. Putain, il a l'air vachement con lui. Oh. Oh le fils de pute. Oh le petit schlag. Non, tu rêves. Tu rêves, tu rêves. Tu rêves. Oh non. Oui, esquive. Lève. Hop, hop.
Merci. Please. I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you.
Moi je suis... Je suis le juge, mais pas le bourreau.
Lord Whitefield will see you hang for this. That much I promise.
Attendez, j'ai eu un trophée. Je sais pas c'est quoi. On va voir. Justice ou clémence. Ah d'accord, chapitre 2 de l'épisode 1. D'accord, c'était tout. Einstein. Genius. Putain, le mec il a une épée dans le... Oh
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Il est mort.
I tried to stop them.
Et il est mort. C'est fini. C'était rapide.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Mignon parce que tu es la clémence, mec. Le mec il t'a rien demandé, il va se reprendre pour trahison là. La maison forestière, bien sûr, elle est chez des arbres. Mais oui, bien sûr.
It's Garrett.
Oh putain de merde.
Castellan, tell him his nephew survived.
Oh mais eux, contre le feu, ils sont dans la merde hein. Tu lances un bâton de feu, ça fait pfff, t'as tout qui crame. Ah oui, bon il a survécu, il en reste pas grand chose.
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly.
Le bosquet du Nord ne doit jamais être...
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
Ah oui, il coupe les plaies.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way. We can't very well let the Whitehills walk all over us.
Non, parce qu'on le laissait en vie.
These maggots ought to help prevent infection.
Quoi?
Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Ouh, c'est dégueulasse.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you?
Tiens, ta jambe blessée, tiens ceci.
I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Ah d'accord. Ah d'accord.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Le mec qui commence à faire ça. Oui. Celle-là elle est stylée. Avec le mec avec sa grosse hache en mode
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Talia and Ethan. I suppose Lord Ethan now. Mira. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far. Lord Forrester. It was an honor to squire for him. Gregor the Good.
Donc attends, c'est du can. Attends. On va voir les codex, ceux qui nous disent de voir les codex. Donc il est mort. Elle est pas mort. Lui il est mort. Lui il fait peur. Elle est partie. C'est un connard. Connard. Victime. Ah, c'est lui. C'est Duncan. C'est lui que je dois dire. Là, les bosquets ne doivent jamais tomber. Voilà. Voilà.
You seem to be favoring it. Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine, Maester Ortengren. Look, I'll show you.
Elle est vide.
The Ironwood Grove.
Je sais pas pourquoi j'ai regardé comme ça en mode. Je tape des sprints, ma gueule. Regarde comment je vais vite. Regarde. Ah, il me faut. Mais cette épée-là, elle devrait normalement même pas être utilisée. Elle est trop lourde pour pouvoir être utilisée. La preuve, le mec, il est en mode.
Ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world. The foresters owe their lives to this wood, and the weapons that come from it.
Parce que normalement, c'est des épées à une main qu'ils utilisent parce que.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to put weight on it.
Coucou.
This might help.
Ok. Le mec qui regarde ça, il fait ok. This might help. Ah d'accord. Salut.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
I guess.
Le mec un peu chelou. Le mec t'es là, tu le regardes, tu fais ah.
Keep moving. I need to see you walk.
C'est technique de je te regarde, je te regarde pas, je te regarde, je te regarde pas. Regarde, regarde, hop, je peux marcher, hop.
I'll admit, you do seem better than was to be expected. I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
C'est pas elle
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family... I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
C'est pas mal.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything...
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember. It would mean so much to the family. Perhaps the opportunity never presented itself.
You have the Forrester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Non, c'est pas vrai.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression.
Il pourra jamais le porter, le mec.
Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
They attacked me!
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads, while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I've done nothing wrong!
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
Mais Duncan, je dois te parler, fils de pute.
That settles it then.
Je dois te parler. Je dois te parler,
You
mec.
can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Mais attends. C'est vraiment un petit con. Ah d'accord. Il était... Petit con, bâtard, sens tes morts.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first.
Ok, j'ai revenu. Ça n'a pas l'air cité, ça a l'air pas
Lord
cité.
Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Le bosquet du Nord ne doit pas être perdu.
What is it?
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry, you caught me by surprise.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
What?
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house.
Oh mon Dieu.
But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Je respecte ma... Je respecte ce qu'il a dit. Honneur, clémence et... Ouais, parce qu'on est peut-être ennemis, mais on est tous humains. Et on reste tous comme si j'allais mourir. Je reviendrai. Putain que ces cicatrices quoi.
Garrett, wait!
Allez, embrasse-le. Bon, c'est trop épique comme... Oh... Oh oui... Oh,
Be
mais...
safe.
Oh putain... Oh, mais c'est trop mignon. Ce regard... Oh... Je reviendrai et je te prendrai, tu vas voir. Tu vas rien comprendre à ta vie. Le mec il est estropié, il est blessé à la jambe, il a fait j'irai là-bas, c'est le repère de tous les criminels. J'irai. La route est longue. Oh non, je vais pas contrôler le petit con. Ah, c'est le petit.
Ethan!
Putain non, c'est vraiment un gosse quoi, il va devoir contrôler la maison.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game. Ryan, look who we've found.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
Non, faut que j'apprenne l'humilité. Ce garçon va apprendre l'humilité.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ils savent même pas ce que ça veut dire.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry.
Oh merde, je suis arrivé avec sa crise d'adolescence.
Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Non, je suis désolé, s'il faut que je devienne plus sérieux pour...
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the lord.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
On your fist. Sur tes pieds.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Je suis désolé, petit. Je suis désolé, les frères et sœurs, mais je suis le Lord. Oh, ils sont tristes. Oh, je suis désolé. Lui, ça sera le Lord. Il est jeune, mais il sera Lord. Ça sera le Carolus Rex. Carolus Rex. À 18 ans, paf, il sera de manier énervé. Putain de génie stratégique.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Mon dieu, le swag ou pas le swag? Le swag ou pas le swag? Le swag ou pas le swag? C'est un gros. Putain. Bonjour.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due. Aye. Hold your tongue, you coward. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Enough.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason. It was your man who started it. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here.
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
You heard me. He was sent to the wall. It's done.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Oh.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
Oula, cette meuf, ça doit être la
I mean
putain de
no
reine.
disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Non, se taira mieux.
Do your worst, you bastard.
Toi, tête de cul, je vais te tuer quoi. Ah, pourquoi? Non, je l'ai laissé en vie parce que c'est un homme bon. Le mec il m'a dit pitié.
You
Je
must
lui ai
find
fait...
your voice, my lord. Your enemies will interpret your silence as a sign of weakness.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us.
Mon Dieu.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Je peux plus tout lire. Quel dommage. Bonjour. Où était l'argent?
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena. Ethan made this for me.
Putain, putain, quel bonhomme! Oh, mais c'est un vrai bonhomme, le mec. Hein. Le mec est venu, il a fait da 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 da. Paf! Ah, d'accord, c'est du papier. C'est un hareng.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Ah, j'adore les jeux telltales, franchement. Toujours été.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Un big livre, quoi. Un big
I
livre.
hope to see them all someday.
Oula, Roderick non. Roderick non, t'auras pas la chance. Brésil va faire bon. Allez. D'accord. T'es venu, tu l'as regardé, t'as fait. Et est parti.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Je sais pas qui c'est. Ah, c'est le mec du charbon.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Oh, puait.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
J'ai envie de lui donner une pièce. Oh, on va lui donner une pièce, on va tiens, gentil. Non mon dieu.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us
Et
to
tu as des
talk.
problèmes de peau.
Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal sept.
C'est chevalier. C'est cette armure.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Joue l'hypocrite.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Oh putain, ça c'est date porte. Bonjour.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Je dois dire ce qu'elle veut entendre.
Good luck.
D'accord, ça fait peur. Bonne chance. Ok. Aïe. Oh, Snow. C'est lui? Non. Le nain.
You can do this.
Toi, je t'aime bien celle à droite là. Elle a l'air sympa. Attendez. Bougnou numéro 1, bougnou numéro 2, bougnou... Non, c'est pas bougnou, c'est... Ah, glandu. Glandu numéro 1, glandu numéro 2, glandu numéro 3.
Lady Marjorie, aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
and proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end.
Merde. Je vais peut-être... Oui. Je me suis bien pris à la revers celle-là. Une voyantée, une ébranlable. Ta gueule. Et si je fais que de me taire, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Oh non, je suis désolé. Oh, jouer. Continuez. Non, on n'oubliera jamais. Cette race n'oubliera jamais. Ah, c'est parfait. Je m'attendais à tout recommencer.
You can do this.
Tiens, il y a que 3 glandus à droite. Glandu 1, glandu 2, glandu 3. Mon dieu, il a pas de chapeau. Oh mon dieu, quel honte.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lui, je l'aime bien, il me fait marrer.
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Je tape pas le sol.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
J'ai l'impression qu'elle a des dents de requin, la
House
meuf.
Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps
Oh, le mec.
clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Ouais, j'ai préféré garder le silence.
Well, nothing perhaps. It's hard to tell either way.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the wall? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves. pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
J'ai l'impression que j'ai foiré.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting. My dear sister has been known to hold a grudge. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard. Not her.
I wouldn't want to anger Cersei.
And you'd be wise not to. But I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Déjà moi j'ai foiré, je le sens. Je crois que je me suis mis dans une impasse.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
I'd rather not discuss it, if you don't mind.
Of course not. It must have been horrible. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
Put it back.
We're just having a bit of fun. It's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You Northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Désolé Sarah, mais on n'est jamais trop prudent. En plus avec cette tête, je sens que c'est une traîtresse. Oui, elle se souviendra, ouais.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Voilà. On va s'arrêter là. Ça fait déjà un moment. Voilà, on va s'arrêter là. Au revoir tout le monde.